Well, hi, this is Fred. Sinsaenum has been going on. I think we released our first album in 2016. This is our third album that's about to come out the 8th of August. And I guess people call us death metal or blackened death metal. So that's what we are, I guess.
All right, Zador, Fred, thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, well, thank you for having me.
My pleasure. So, as you say, Sinsaenum released your third album, In Devastation, on August the 8th. So, how are you feeling?
Great. We've been working on the album for quite a while now because the previous one, Repulsion for Humanity, came out in 2018, and a lot happened in the meantime. So it's been a while, but we already released a single like a few weeks ago, and it's good to see that the reaction's been good. And throughout all the years, like it seems like people didn't forget about us. I could see on the streaming platforms that people kept on, listening to our music. So it's good.
Oh, so can you tell us a bit more about the album from a musical point of view and what you were going for with this one?
I guess well, it's always hard to talk about your own music, and especially after spending so much time on it, going back and forth. I think I don't really, I don't see clearly anymore. I have no idea. Um, I think like the first album was a love letter to death metal, like paying tribute to the genre. The second album was angry and incorporated more like it had more elements of I mean looking back elements of like Pantera, a bit more groove and whatnot. And for this one I started writing a good portion of the music. I started writing in 2019, and there was no agenda, in the sense that I just wanted to write music without, oh, it has to be like this or like that, or if I want to have like clean vocals, let's go for it and whatnot. There was no limitations, still within the, knowing who was in the band. So that means like it was going to be like sort of like the bass would be like the recipe, the base would
Yeah.
be like death metal, but then add whatever I wanted to, because why not? And then a lot of, like I said, a lot happened in the meantime, which is why it took a lot, and a lot of time to finish the album. And by a lot, I mean me joining Creator, and then losing my father, and then losing our drummer Joey Jordison, and going on tour with Creator, which means like a lot of yeah, going away and coming back and whatnot. And so yeah, it's been a long road.
Yeah, now the press says that the album explores new sonic territory for the band. Would you
Mhm.
agree with that?
Yeah, I suppose so. Like I said, we have clean vocals. It has like a lot of melodies that I've been experimenting. There's sitar, cello, a little bit here and there. It's still death metal. It's still very aggressive, but it's also catchy, straightforward at times. Sometimes a bit more intricate and proggy. I don't know. It feels like it's Sinsaenum. Well, I mean, Sinsaenum's always been Sinsaenum, but it's more than ever, in the sense that, like I was saying before, there's no limitation, so therefore it's more personal. I think like we found our style, possibly. I guess. I hope.
You hope. Now you mentioned the
Mm.
sitar and the cello, which are two instruments not normally associated with your brand of metal at all. So was it hard to integrate them into the songs and make them sound like they belonged?
No, it wasn't. Because that's not how it worked. It wasn't like, fuck, we need to have cello, so how could we make it work? It was more like a case of, that part feels like it requires cello, let's go for it. So it all came very naturally. None of it has been forced, or none of it. The only thing that has been forced in a way is like me coming back to writing music after losing my father, and then Joey. It just I left me very empty, emotionally and with no inspiration, and and then you have to get back on it because life carries on. So that was the only like time I was like sort of forcing myself, just like God, we wanted to dedicate the album to them, and was just like, okay, let's go, let's. So that's the only thing. It's not forcing because it's always coming naturally. You can't really force it. But no, for the sonic elements, I've never tried, like there was no like a list of like things we need to
Yeah,
include.
check it off.
Yeah, exactly, just all right, okay, cello done, okay, sitar, then what's next. It was more like a case of it all flew naturally in that sense.
Now, you mentioned this a couple of times, mate, and I don't want to dwell on this line of questioning too much, but the album is deeply personal for yourself and for lots of Joey, the lots of your fathers. So was it was it any more difficult for you to write the lyrics for this because it was so personal?
Yeah, in the sense that I delegated, I've asked people. I play in a band called Loudblast, from France as well. It's death metal, and we've been working with a lyricist, Nathanael, and I really enjoyed his work and his style. And when the time came to write lyrics for Sinsaenum, I felt like I had like a I don't know, I felt pretty empty, and I thought, why not work with him because he's very talented, and so I was giving him like bullet points, or what I was trying to express, and that's how it worked. And then once he would like start with like a basic scenario, so to say, then I could just like go back and forth with him and whatnot. But that's why we used different people this time around, because also on the first two albums I was writing the majority of lyrics, and I just, yeah, this is not, it's good sometimes to delegate and have someone that's good at it. So and the the majority of the songs on the album are not dealing with loss and grief and the death of people I love. In fact, there's only one song, and that song is Last Goodbye. It's half ballad, half not ballad. That one deals with the subject, and still without being very specific, because there wouldn't be any proper words, to describe the specific situation. It's more like a general sense of how you feel. It's a song about like, yeah, grief and losing someone and the people that stay there, people that stay behind.
How about playing songs like that live, bro? Like that'd have to get really emotional.
Yeah, well, we haven't done that yet, so I will I will let you know in a few months when we do that, if we do that. But I think we'll play that song live, and we've done a video for it, and I can tell you as much that already doing the video was emotional. And it's just, when you do the video, you sort of like you mime and you try to look good, and even that was just like and also doing all these interviews and talking about, my father and Joey, and also the album is also dedicated to Fred, who was our light technician, and he passed away a year ago. And yeah, when I started to do these interviews, of course I knew that we would be talking about it, that because the album is dedicated to them. But man, that's heavy. I've been mentioning heavy quite a few times, not because it's the name of the magazine, but really because it is. Yeah, 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 yeah. But it's because it is heavy, and at the same time, it's a sort of a therapy. So I guess if we end up playing that song live, which I think we will, it will be therapeutic every night, and I guess that's a good thing. I hope.
Oh, nice. Now, so far you've released the title track, which is In Devastation, as your single. So why choose that song to introduce the world to this new body of music?
Well, I guess it was serving several purposes at once. First, it's the title of the album, so it's a good like, hey, there you go. Uh, but uh, but I guess it's a good well picture, or like sonic picture, of what the band is, because the song is like pretty straightforward. It's in your face. I think embodies what we sound like nowadays. So it's like I said, I think it's catchy. I think it's straightforward and just like I think it's a great song. I actually do. And yeah, yeah, no, and like the format is correct. It has like different riffs, like it has a long solo, and it's just I don't know. It felt like it was like the perfect first song to show what Sinsaenum is in 2025, and hopefully people it seems like I said, like the reaction's been good so far, so I guess I
Fingers
was
crossed.
right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Now, speaking of Sinsaenum 2025, you've also got yourself a new drummer on this album by the name of Andre Joyzi. So introduce us to him and tell him what he brings to Sinsaenum.
He brings nothing. No, I'm kidding.
Perfect
No,
answer.
I know. Yeah, 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 yeah. I know that you know him, and I know he's gonna read or listen to this, so that's why I just wanted to
I'm going
start
to
with.
edit it out and send that bit to him only.
Yeah, 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 yeah. No, 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 no. Joyzy he's been a friend of mine for a long time, but also he was the drum tech of Sinsaenum, which means like he was with Joey. He spent a lot of time with Joey, and he is part of the family. So when after Joey passed away, and then when me and the band talked about carrying on and dedicated the album, and so we needed a new drummer, and it became clear that keeping someone that was already in the family was the way to go. Like it just it felt right, and that's why Joyce was the natural choice, and he's an amazing drummer, and like I said, first and foremost, part of the family, and he was with Joey all the time on the tour we did, and spending a lot of time with him, getting to know him. He was also Joyce was also coming on stage um, when we were playing the song Final Resolves. He was doing percussions on stage. So yeah, I mean, so to us it made perfect sense, and it was better than getting someone like from outside and like with another big name and whatnot, and so yeah, we chose him, and he accepted, and this is great.
Fantastic. Now, with every new album also comes a relentless touring schedule, mate. So, what shows have you got coming up?
Well, it's not relentless. I mean, I'm very busy with Creator, as I mentioned before. So I only figured out that I would be free in October just like a few months ago, because like there's like it's a very busy schedule. So now when you book a tour, you need to know your availability like way in advance. So now being away for 7 years, and then contacting promoters and saying, "Oh, we're coming back. We have a new drummer you haven't heard of, and we have songs that you haven't heard of, and the album's coming out, but we can't tell you anything about it. How about we book a show?" Uh, it's not
Yeah,
it's not that
yeah, pick
easy.
me.
Yeah, yeah, just like fuck yeah, I'm in, mate. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Easy, too easy. But no. So we're gonna start with the few shows in Europe in October. Uh, I think so far it looks like I could be free in January, which means that if that's the case, we would love to come and see you guys, to do Asia, Australia, and whatnot. That would be January, but that's right now it's still like up in the air and with like question marks flying around and whatnot. But we're working on it. And first, like the way I see things is like first we there's a single coming in 2 weeks, then there's another one, and then the album comes out, and we take it as it comes, so to say.
Now, before we let you go, I've got a new segment I've started called Photo Bomb, which basically means I've trolled through your social media before we had a chat, and I found a couple of photos I want to know a little bit more about. So, there's I've found this one, mate. Like, tell us more about this mic stand. It looks bloody awesome.
Oh God, what did you find that? Yeah, the I don't know what they are. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, that's a cool picture though. Yeah. Well, we created those before the tour in 2018. Those were actually like circles, like based on the so you have the logo, the symbol AE in the middle, and the rest is like more like a chaos star. And that was pretty easy for us to travel with them around the world. So
I bet you
I
was.
actually don't have them with me, so I don't know where they are. I think Stefan has them, so I need to ask them. And a little more info. It's very easy to break, so I don't know if they all. Yeah, they seem to be like in good shape on this
Yeah,
picture.
those guys look,
So,
yeah.
yeah, they seem okay, but some of them broke during the tour.
They look pretty sharp. You didn't cut yourself on them at all?
No, 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 not really. Well, I mean,
Not really.
it's a little pointy, but it's not so bad. But yeah, but they break.
Nice. And the second one I've come across was a present that our Baby Metal sent you guys once. Black roses and fruit. Like,
Ah, yes. No, so the fruits were on the table. I think it's only the black roses because, yeah, yeah,
okay.
what's there? It's just like a bottle of something, some CDs that belongs to us, and the fruits, that was the rider. Yeah, no, so I've been friends with Baby Metal for quite a while now, and this is like, that's a custom in Japan to to send flowers to a band. Well, I mean, at least to us, it's been the case. Like, welcome to Japan, and getting flowers from like labels and bands that and whatnot. And yeah, Baby Metal has done that to Sinsaenum and Dragon Force, and it's great. It's a great it's a great gesture. I think they done it for Creator as well. Well, I
Nice.
mean, every time I come to Japan, I have a little present from Baby Metal, and I think it's very sweet. Also, when they came to France, I always brought them like a little something, like either like I think I did bring them like Sinsaenum shirts a while ago, or just like food or something. It's I think it's a very nice gesture, and I really love when they do things like this. In fact, that little sign, congratulations, Sinsaenum Baby Metal. I have it somewhere. I don't have it like right now, but I found it again like not so long ago. So I keep these things. I have like bags and boxes of like little present like this that I keep with me.
Thanks very much for your time, Fred. It's been an absolute
Yeah.
pleasure speaking with you. The album In Devastation is out August the 8th, and hopefully we see you in Australia sooner rather than later.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me. And yeah, hopefully see you soon.